welcome to my kitchen. And today I'm making a little snack. And I'm using these biscuits. They're the store brand. I think they're the Aldi store brand. But
They are.
You can use Grands or Pillsbury or whatever you want to use. Just use the larger biscuits. And what I'm making, or I'm going to attempt to make, are pretzel bites.
I got most all that in there.
And I throw that up there. I'll say what it's Piggy.
Oh, she just wanted to hear me groan bending over to get it.
Yeah. And I'm only going to use 1 can of biscuits. Now, depending on how many pretzel bites you want, you can use how many cans you want. There you go, Piggy. Throw that can away too. And I think it's funny. This is the 3rd can of these I've used, and this is the first one where all my biscuits are bunched up in a pile instead of being flat. I think it's kind of funny. But again, what you're going to need is at least 1 can of biscuits, stir of water brought to a boil, 1/4 of a cup of baking soda, not baking powder, but baking soda, coarse salt. You can use kosher salt or you can use sea salt, whichever one you want to use.
I like them both.
Both are fine. You need some melted butter, just however much you want to use. And I've got some cheese here that I'm going to put in the microwave and melt down for a dip. And I've got some honey mustard that I made up with some mustard and honey. Okay? And what you want to do, first off, is cut your biscuits into fours. Okay? And when you do, just kind of pinch the edges together. So you can cut them into fours that way and kind of pinch them together and make a bite. A little round bite. You just put them on the, well, I'm just going to lay them right here on my cutting board because they ain't going to hurt nothing to leave them on my cutting board. Or you can put them on a baking sheet. Now, there was another way they said you could do these to cut them. And I'll show you both ways that I saw. And no, this is not my recipe. I saw it somewhere and found it interesting. Because I like pretzels. I like pretzels with cheese. Okay, it said you could also kind of roll your biscuit into a log and cut it into 4 pieces. So what I'll do is cut that in half and cut them in there. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do. We'll cut these up real quick and then we'll get to this. Now, some of y'all may have already made something like this. I don't know. If you have, let me know and tell me how you liked them. Well, you know I'm going to be telling you how I like them. It's either going to be a yes or a no for me.
It's as with all things. There really ain't nothing new and original.
Right.
Somebody has done tried it in some shape, form, or fashion somewhere along the way, even if it was 1,000 years ago.
Oh, yeah. I remember the first time I ever really had a pretzel. And I'm talking about it was the regular twisted up pretzel with the salt on it. And I had it with cheese sauce. Love those things. The soft pretzels. They had them at the mall where I lived at. I think it was, well, no, the mall's not there anymore. It was in Huntsville. There is actually a medical center there now where you go in and you get testing done, and they have all sorts of medical facilities there.
Ain't too many of us, too old, and you get messed up and want to hear about any hospital.
Yeah. Well, it ain't a hospital. It's a diagnostic facility where you go in and get blood work done.
Same thing.
That way
it's all related.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you have to go to them places, but.
Well, yeah, sometimes don't we want to talk about good food.
But I'm just saying, that's what's there at that mall now. But they used to have a really good restaurant there called Britlin's Buffet. They used to have a lemonade stand in the mall that we would go to, and I'd get me a really large lemonade with that crushed ice. I love that place. And then it went out of business, and they, like I said, turned it into what they turned it into. And just goes to show that things can be repurposed for different things.
They did the same thing to the mall up here in East Ridge.
Yeah.
Called Eastgate Mall. And then Hamilton Place came in. Big old huge sucker.
Yeah.
Well, everybody stopped going to Eastgate and started going to Hamilton. But it was huge, had all sorts of stuff. So they turned Eastgate Mall into all sorts of other things. They've had one of the things they've had there is the bars. The other thing has been through there. It's more like a two-sided strip mall now, like a Saracen, compared to Hamilton's Place. And Hamilton's Place has been around long enough, things going bad enough. Even it's having trouble.
Oh yeah. All right. I've got my biscuits cut. I have my water boiling. Now you want to add the baking soda to the water, but you want to add it slowly, not all at one time, because it will boil up, and you want it to be very slow about that. Don't want to overflow the pan.
So right.
And what the baking soda does is it actually makes the biscuits to where it has that will have that crunchy, chewy texture of the pretzel.
Crunchy.
Yeah, you know how pretzels have a chewy, crunchy texture. That's what they'll have with the baking soda in the water. So I'll bring that back up to a boil real quick, and then I'm going to start putting my biscuit dough in there and let it cook for about 30 seconds. Okay. And I'll put a few of them at a time in there. And you want to let them cook for at least 30 seconds. Yeah, well, and what it says to do is once you do this, let it cook for that 30 seconds. Take it out. Drain it. And put them on your baking sheet. Once that's done, yeah, you can have that. I'll separate these out. Let that come back to a boil. Separate these out. I might not put as many on there the next time, or in there the next time, I should say. Just do a few at a time. And again, you want to preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Something in there about 30 seconds. I probably left these right here in there for just a little too long, but you know what? That's okay. We got them out, got them working. Six. Put your room here on this pan for them. Gauging 30 seconds is the hard part because it's actually longer than you think it is, but it's not as long as you think it is. There. Put that up. Put that over. And we've got 6. Put that off, and now I'm going to put my oven on to 425. And I would have went ahead and have that on, but my breaker will pop if I have both of those things over here running at the same time. Or I should say my strip will cut off, either way.
Same difference.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'm going to give you this right here. I'll let you grab that right there, I should say. You need to do that.
Just a second.
Okay. That there. Let you have that.
Let me have that.
Okay.
Let me have that. I'll dump it out.
And I'll unplug that. Let you have my cooktop. Get it out of my way. Now we're going to take our melted butter. And we're going to go over these. And you can do this very liberally. You don't have to skimp on this. Now, y'all, I've never made these. I just watched them made in a video I saw, or TikTok, whatever it was. I can't remember what it was I saw it on. But I thought, you know, that looks like it might be easy enough to try and do, and I really like them, and I'd like to have a little snack. And I think Piggy likes pretzels. Yeah, Piggy likes pretzels, the soft ones, I know. Though he does like me, when we buy the pretzel sticks and stuff, he
I
really
like pretzels, but the soft pretzels are even better.
yeah. So yeah, I am going to use all this butter in.
Some like it crunchy, some like it chewy.
Yeah. When it comes to pretzels, I like them either way. I mean, I don't really care. I like the pretzel sticks, like in Chex Mix and things like that. Party Mix, whatever you want to call it. Okay. There you go, Piggy. I've got the butter on there. All right. And then I'm just going to take and I'm going to sprinkle some salt on these. Now, I have kosher salt here. I have fine sea salt. I don't have coarse sea salt. So I do have coarse kosher salt. So what I'm going to do is make sure that is on. And I'm going to lower. It says bake 12 to 17 minutes. Or 12 to 15 minutes. I'm sorry.
Might not take that long if it's anything like when you cook those biscuits for what they were.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the 15 because I didn't let my oven completely
Cool off.
heat up.
Oh.
So we'll be back in about 12 to 15 minutes whenever these go off. I'll check them, see if they're brown, and we'll see what they look like when they're done, and then we'll use our dips.
Ready.
All right, they're out of the oven. Some got a little darker than others, but that's okay. And they are still a little bit soft. But they look good and they smell good. And now we're going to see if they taste good too. Y'all, I call this my superfine china right here. All right, I've got honey mustard and I've got cheese. Now, I made the honey mustard for Piggy because he really likes honey mustard.
I does.
So I'm going to try this right here first. I'm going to try a little bit of cheese and it's a little, yeah.
Probably didn't nip it quite good enough.
That's okay. I didn't want it too nicky. Do the cheese first too.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Oh.
That salt really sets it off.
Oh.
Go ahead and dip, baby. I got you. Oh, you're still chewing too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They are like a pretzel. They do have that little bit of a chew to them.
They got that pretzel taste to them.
They do. I guarantee that's the baking soda and salt that caused that.
Banana boo-boo.
And again, this is homemade honey mustard. I just put some honey in my bowl and put some mustard on, regular yellow mustard in it and mixed it up. Oh, that's good. That is Piggy approved.
Mm-hmm.
Well, y'all, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Look what
That's, if you like pretzels, I mean, they're not exactly like pretzels, don't get me wrong.
I take it a little slow with them, salt and dough and everything. Got to take it slow.
But if you want something quick and easy, that is very similar to a pretzel, a soft pretzel anyway, then this will do it right here. Well, I hope you like the recipe. Hope y'all have a great day. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Word about more.